exactly how to start. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy hump day. It's going to be amazing. I am so excited about our Wednesday series of kind of going through the lands of Disneyland and Disney World and kind of going over those must-dos, those hidden gems, those hidden secret kind of trivia. It's going to be amazing. I have two amazing channels that are going to join us today. If you happen to be watching this on the replay, please leave a comment down below, #replay, so I can tell you that you're amazing. And all of the amazing people that are joining us on this Wednesday, thank you, beautiful people, for being here. Let's say hi to everybody live. We have Birdwell 2427, where guess what? The birds are well, 2427. We also have the amazing Richard Blumenchiza. He is the world traveler that we love so much and has so much Disney love and history facts about him. And I love his collections. And I think he's going to show you something really, really special today from that collection. We have the amazing Dave, Space Mountain Dave Cantrell is in the house. Welcome, 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 Dave. We're going to have to bring you on when we talk about Tomorrowland, because to be honest, Dave, it sounds like your favorite attraction is there, but I rarely go into Tomorrowland. I'll leave that right there. Hi, Jamie. Love you. Jamie's Disney Kingdom. Thank you so much for being here. And we also had the amazing, the beautiful, the fantastic Lisa Z is in the house. So welcome, 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 Lisa Z. And if I missed saying hi to you, please say hi. And oh, Christine Hickman. Hello, hello. Member of the channel along with Dave and Lisa Z. Thank you so much for being here. Anyone who hasn't sent me their mailing address, please do so. I have the Halloween mail going out to the post office today. I stayed up late watching Sound of Music and filling those out. So definitely send me your address so you'll get that magic mail every month if you're a member. And you can do that at themickeymunch@gmail.com. So real quick, I do want to mention to go check out the live place. I did link it down below. This week is Foodie Week. So a lot of Disney creators and other creators are all talking about one of my favorite topics, food. So definitely check out the list of live streams that are going to be on those food topics this week for Live Place Foodie Week. I have two shows coming up about food this week. Friday, Brunch with a Bunch. Mike Klemovich is coming on, and any of my friends that have channels that would like to join us, we're talking everything Epcot quick service. So our top 5 Epcot, I cannot English today. Epcot quick service, try and say that 10 times really fast. But that's going to be really, really fun. So be sure to join us for that one. But there is so much to pack into this hour. I'm so excited. I think I may have been a little ambitious when I thought I could combine Frontierland and Critter Country in Disneyland in one show. But we're going to try. If we don't, we'll have a part 2. But I'm so excited to invite our friends on here. We're going to have the amazing, the beautiful, the hauntingly gorgeous Dawn from the Hitchhiking Bones. Yeah.
Hey, Kelly. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. That's great.
Yes, it's true. So thank you. I'm so excited to have you on here to talk about my favorite thing, Disneyland. And hi, Yadi. Happy birthday to you.
Hey, Yadi.
Happy birthday to Yadi. Happy birthday to you. She's in Disneyland, Richard. And Richard from Blumenchiza, who is cheesily delicious. I don't know. I'm trying. I'm working here, but really amazing. Happy birthday, Yadi. So excited for you to be in the original park, Disneyland, this week. So excited. So excited. Katie Mack is in the house. Sweet Katie. Thank you so much for being here, girlfriend. Okay, so we are talking Frontierland and Critter Country. And when you first think about that, you think, okay, they're pretty small. We can, there's not that much. Let's go over. But when you really dig in, it's pretty meaty. Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So for a beginner, this Wednesday show is really for someone who hasn't been to Disneyland, especially. We'll sprinkle in Disney World through this, but or maybe hasn't been in a long time. So we're kind of our must-dos, our favorite things, and kind of like I like to mention those nods to the past. There's so much history. Especially in Frontierland when we're looking at Walt history. And welcome Candy Mom. I want candy.
Cynthia.
Love her. So when we go to look at Frontierland, it was an opening day land at Disneyland. Very exciting. Let me do a little share screen here because I think it's important to show the map. And we had kind of been talking backstage about the map. And let me just make sure I've got that up. Yep, I do. There we go.
Yachty has a question too.
Okay, there's the map. Hi, Yachty. What's Yachty's question? I'm sorry, did it come up?
Goofy's Kitchen or Storytellers?
Ooh.
Storytellers. And I love Goofy's Kitchen. You cannot go wrong on either one. I think the food is a little better at Storytellers. It's more maybe adult oriented, even though there's delicious foods for kids. I feel like, how do you feel like that, Richard? You've been to both. A character interaction at both are off the hook. So I don't know if they'll come up and hug you, but definitely the characters that show up are fantastic. Hi, Marvelous Mar.
Now, do you both have characters right now?
That's a good question.
If they do, it may be a situation like at Walt Disney World where the characters just kind of walk through. They don't come to your table. And interact.
I know Chip and Dale go to both. I think that's a good question because I haven't looked that up lately. So, but I do think the food's better at Storytellers.
For me, I liked Goofy's Kitchen better only because I always loved Max/Goofy, and I liked the interaction between them.
That is so true. Both. That's so true. You don't often see Goofy and Max, especially together.
Exactly.
Hi, Disardream. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. Love you.
Hi.
So, but Storytellers, I really well. It's either you can't go wrong because if you go to Goofy's Kitchen, you're gonna get to go to my favorite Disney resort ever, the Disneyland Hotel. Go there. Go there because you can go right across the way, and there's a huge museum type thing all about Disneyland, and it's free, and you just walk through. So, but if you really want to see the Grand Californian, you'll definitely want to go to Storytellers. So you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong. She's like, okay, I'm doing both. I love it. And please post any questions in the comments or email me later and we'll address your questions.
Keep an eye on it.
But if you can kind of see the map here, it looks what's going to be familiar for everybody. Hi, Sweet Cheeks. Welcome, T. Marie's Place.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. So you're going to go left into Frontierland. Like you similarly would in Disney World, but it's a bit different, isn't it? Isn't it a bit different? So I think you can't talk about Frontierland without talking. Well, let's go attractions first, and we'll kind of sprinkle. Okay. Well, I think so. We'll see. We'll see what I'm actually doing. And I found a bunch of let's see what my slideshow tells us is next. There's your entrance to Frontierland. I love it. You kind of feel like back in the Calvary or something. It's a pretty fantastic. Okay, let's start here because that's where my slideshow is.
That's a good one.
Starting
Golden Horseshoe review, yes.
Yes, yes. So let me make sure I am. Oh my goodness.
It's gonna hop
Me,
between both.
me. I'm a thing, aren't I? When it comes to technology. Oh my
You keep it
goodness.
entertaining. Keep it very
Yeah,
entertaining.
well,
So
you are sweet because, my family may not describe it exactly that way.
interesting.
Yeah, sometimes they have other words than entertaining. But thank you, Richard. I'm just
Mhm.
gonna fix something here. So, okay, I am in the right place. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, I don't think we get. Never mind, we're not going to attractions. We're going to the Golden Horseshoe. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I'm just going to say why I think it's important, and then I want to hear what you two think about it. The night before Disneyland opened, I'm going to cry. Why am I going to cry? I don't know. But the night before Disneyland opened, Walt and Lillian celebrated their 30th wedding anniversary at the Golden Horseshoe. They started with a ride on the Mark Twain around the rivers of America, drinking mint juleps. Now, understand that there wasn't a New Orleans Square for another 10 years.
Right.
But they, it just shows you Walt's love for New Orleans. So they're going around the rivers of America, drinking mint juleps. Then they met with all their friends at the Golden Horseshoe, dined there, and they had the first showing of the Golden Horseshoe Review, which actually is the longest running performance in the history of the world. It's in the Guinness Book of World Records. Are you kidding me right now? Walt was said to have gone up to the second balcony to watch the show, and when the kind of gunfight scene was coming on, he took his finger and was like shooting. Which, how cute is that? Do you love that?
Yeah, I do.
You can watch.
That's
they
great.
had a on the Wonderful World of Disney, a movie, and it has all kinds of fantastic actors and actresses of the time. So I just put this in here so you can kind of, I love to, if there's a movie or book involved before my Disney visit that kind of relates to it, I would kind of like to do that. So the Golden Horseshoe movie, it has Annette Funicello.
That is cool. Is that on Disney Plus, Kelly?
I didn't have time to check. So if anybody in chat knows, but I'm sure we can look on Google and find it. Hi, Cherie. Hi, April. Thank you so much for being here. Hi, MVP Tina McNeil. Thank you so much. But yeah, so I think just for a nod to history, that Golden Horseshoe is great. To stop at, take pictures, and eat. You can eat there. It used to be like a table service, but now it's a quick service. What do you guys think about it?
I love it. And I also thought, I can't even look at the Golden Horseshoe without thinking of Walt and Lillian, and the fact that they did enjoy entertaining friends there. Walt was such a patriot, but he really had a great love for the Old West. Obviously, we have Frontierland. We have Tom Sawyer Island. The Mark Twain. This whole area is a tribute to Walt's love of this country and the history, its founding, that kind of thing. So I love this area of the parks. I love Liberty Square. And
I did not know that, Tina.
And Walt Disney World. But yeah, this place especially is one of those places where you really feel the nostalgia, and you really feel that Walt's there. This is one of those really, really poignant places to me when I walk in there. It's like, wow. And you look up at the balcony and you think of there are plenty of pictures of Walt and Lillian standing on that balcony. It's great. It's great.
And they do have pictures hung through there. And if you go into the left, there's kind of a photo gallery that kind of honors those original actors and singers that were in the Golden Horseshoe Review, which is really fantastic. There's lots of little hidden gems in there. Right now you can get fantastic food though. It is like chicken strips and things like that. But I really think the best thing they have there they used to be secret menu, but you can now get them on the regular menu, which is mozzarella sticks. Mozzarella sticks? Yum. So I used to have to. And then they also have really great desserts. So they have this insanely crazy chocolate chunk house-made cookie covered in ice cream and all kinds of like caramel sauce and chocolate sauce. That one's really good. They also have, if you are a Toy Story fan, they have a root beer float. Are you kidding me right now? That comes in Woody's boot.
Neat.
So you can get, and it actually says so Andy cute. On the bottom. So,
did not know that.
Yes. So
that's a great tip.
I mean, root beer float. Are you kidding me? And it's so cute. And then they also have, it's one of the only locations that you can get cherry Coke. I love me some cherry Coke. And you can get cherry Coke in the float instead of root beer if you're more of a cherry Coke fan, which is me. So, and Surfer Girl says she remembers going there and seeing the show in 1986 and that it was hilarious. Now, about
really
that
cute.
time, they did replace the show with a different show, and that lasted about 10 years. I kind of wish they'd bring back the shows, and I think I have pictures of the shows later, so they're probably randomly in my little slideshow here because, that's just me. But it does share, just while we're talking about food, and you can eat there, that it does share a kitchen with a stage door cafe. So if you don't want to actually go into the Golden Horseshoe, you can get a lot of those same menu items right next door at the Stage Door Cafe, and which is just walk up. But there you're going to want to check out the funnel cakes because they have insane, awesome funnel cakes. Similar to Sleepy Hollow in Disney World, I would say, but they have a brownie hot fudge sundae funnel cake. And then they also have a strawberry shortcake funnel cake.
What's not to like about that? Yeah, can we just say? I would also just like to say, now, in obviously in recent years, Walt Disney World has really stepped up their food game. If you know what you're looking for, you do your homework. But Disneyland's food overall, it has always been superb. It's always been a focus of the parks. Disneyland. Just has some amazing places to eat. So, Yachty and, people who have never been before, do your homework on the food offerings and the snacks before you go so that you can, you've got a lot of food, a lot of Walt's recipes that we mentioned, when we did Main Street, Walt's chili, the things that have a historical significance in the parks. The food is fantastic, pretty much anywhere. Look at it ahead of time. Don't just, the food's a thing, guys. I mean, so plan it. I mean,
honestly, the food at Disneyland, thank you for saying that, Dawn, I'm hard, I get in trouble sometimes with what I say. At Disneyland, it's so important. Like they don't get things frozen. They make them in-house. It's, if they have, those Walt recipes, if something is, so they keep it.
Park,
it's a
guys.
tradition.
This is amazing that they do this. I mean, you walk into a theme park and you're thinking, okay, hot dogs, bad hamburgers. No. Not at Disneyland.
Not at Disneyland. They do, and we'll go over my favorite restaurant in there, which is the Mexican food restaurant. And I always pronounce it wrong. Rancho del Zocalo. I always want to put extra letters in there. I don't know why.
Now, we haven't tried that, so that's
I love
on our
it.
list.
I love it.
Rancho del Zocalo. We didn't know about it when we went. So,
it's amazing. So definitely for, especially if you're a real Walt lover. Some people just love Disney, but some people just love Walt Disney himself. So I think the Golden Horseshoe is a must. Next thing that's going to be a must, and I know everybody in chat is like, what the heck, Kelly? I don't even know what that is and why. It's a 10-foot tall piece of petrified wood from the petrified forest in Colorado. And there's just the sweetest story. Now, Walt Disney was quite the prankster and kind of loved a good gag. So that sort of goes into play here. So this is right in Frontierland as you would kind of exit Frontierland and go in like past New Orleans Square. So it's kind of on your way out. But let me show the picture of its dedication. There is Walt and Lillian. So just real quick, the story, and I always like to take a selfie or take a picture of my kids with it. But they had been traveling on a road trip in 1956, so a year after Disneyland opened. And we're traveling near Colorado Springs, and there was a petrified forest that was still a tourist location, but not owned by the National Park System. So it was kind of, Route 66-ish, if you will. They saw this, and Walt really wanted to go. And Lillian was like,
hey, Sean,
not so much. I'll wait in the car. So he went in and kind of got lost in the awesomeness of these 200 million year old pieces of wood. And he was in there a little long time. So he started to think, ooh, when I get back in the car, it's not going to be so pretty. Lillian is not going to be happy at me. So, hi, Sean. And so he decided to purchase this. It was just a little under $2,000 as kind of a look. I bought you an anniversary present because it was right around their anniversary. But look, you can't be mad. I bought you a present.
I bought you something.
Right?
I brought
which just anybody listening out there is always a good idea.
That's
so.
True.
But to say the least, she was less than thrilled that he took so long while she's waiting in the car, and with this nearly $2,000 present. So they kept it at their house at Carowinds for about a year. And then she said, I've had it. I'm donating it to Disneyland. So it actually on the plaque says that it was a gift to Disneyland from Mrs. Lillian Disney. So I love that. I love that.
It's a fun story. It is.
They had it trucked in. He did not put it in the trunk of the car. It's also said that the man who sold it to him, because I don't think you're actually supposed to sell those things, said, okay, but it eventually ends up in Disneyland. So within a year or something. And of course, that's what actually happened. So it was kind of like a gag the two of them were both in on. So I love that. I love that. Right.
Really
right.
Yeah.
So,
it's a great story. And there's so many things in the park like that you might walk by and look at it and go, what the heck is that? And keep going. So, stop and look and, read the plaques and it adds so much to your trip. That's a great. Yeah, that's great.
And I love that about Disneyland because so many times I just zoomed right by it while I was trying to get to Fantastic or something.
Right. Yeah.
And trying to get to Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
But I love that so much. I love it so much.
Yeah.
So I think, and we'll kind of follow this. Okay. Do you guys know about, and I'm kind of going over some of the unique things first, and then we'll delve into the normal attractions. Do you guys know about the Halloween tree?
I do.
I do, but I don't remember the
goodness.
story. I've heard it, but I don't remember, Kelly. It's been too long.
It's just so stinking beautiful. And so if you're sitting in my favorite place, no matter where I get food, is to sit in the outdoor courtyard at the Mexican restaurant, because you can kind of see all of Frontierland, the rivers of America, you just kind of good people watching. Right across from there is the Halloween tree. There was an author, Ray Bradbury, and he was very instrumental in Space Mountain and 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, I believe. And if I got that wrong, I'm sorry. But he wrote books, and he was really, really a fan of Disneyland. He lived in Florida. I actually met him as a small child.
Really?
So
oh, Kelly.
Means a lot to me.
Wow.
But he had written a book called The Halloween Tree, and he was kind of, because he was friends with Walt, he was kind of always like, hey, I'd really like to be a presence in Disneyland. And Walt was like, okay, whatever. So, but then they did eventually in 2012 put the Halloween tree. Ray Bradbury was there to dedicate it and said, I always belonged in Disneyland. And I love the next picture. Let me just show you. I mean, it's lit at night. It's so beautiful. But all along the tree are these little hand-decorated pumpkins. So it's really kind of fun. I encourage you to check out the book. But really quick, 30 seconds of your life. We went to Disney World when I was this particular trip, I was 7 and my brother was 12. And we were parked at the Ticketing and Transportation Center, and my mom was handicapped. So my brother and I kind of went on the sidewalk and we're waiting. And my dad's getting my mom out in her wheelchair. And this man walked up who at the time I thought was elderly. He was probably like 50. I don't know.
Okay.
So this elderly gentleman of 50, I'm 7, give me a break, comes up and starts talking to us, and
that's incredible.
Yeah, and we didn't know, and so we're just talking to him, and he was super nice. Talked to my parents, asked if it was okay to tell us a story, and we're like, yeah, because so he spent about 15 minutes with us telling this fantastical story, and I've never forgotten it. And you could tell it was just impromptu.
Wow.
And he was talking to us about how this little boy and little girl woke up and ran out to play one Saturday morning, and everything was made of food. I mean, I could tell he could tell I was a girl that liked to eat. So it was like, lollipops and pizza slices were hanging from the trees, and the cars were driving by were strombolis. I'll never forget, because I didn't even know what a stromboli was. But so he talked about this fantastical world made of food, and then when it started to rain, it rained Coca-Cola. And, it was just really great. And
so cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Before Ray Bradbury.
Cloudy. Yeah. So, and so, it was, it just was imprinted in my brain, this wonderful,
amazing
story by this man.
Ray Bradbury stopped you on the sidewalk and told you a story. Oh my goodness. That is crazy.
Yeah. And so he has given his information to my parents, like a business card. And because my mom wanted to write him a thank you note. And so I end up finding out later that was Ray Bradbury. He just seemed like this nice man. So I always have a special affinity for this tree. So anyway.
Okay.
That's an incredible story. That's incredible. Man.
The rain would be sticky, but more those are details you don't think about. You just don't think about. So
nectar of the gods, Mar. I could go for some Coca-Cola rain.
Yes, I love me some Coca-Cola. So, so definitely when you're in Disneyland and you're in Frontierland, kind of just give a nod to Ray Bradbury and that Halloween tree, which I just love. So I'm actually working on a DIY of a mini Halloween tree right now. So hopefully I'll get it up on my channel before Halloween. Otherwise, look for it next Halloween, because it's me.
You might want to vlog that. Katie. So
So I think So thank you. So let's see what I put next. The shooting gallery. I don't think it's open at Disneyland right now. It is open at Disney World, and I've heard that you don't even have to put the quarters in. But I think that's kind of a fun thing to do.
Yeah,
it's free. if it's free, it's for me. And, we always kind of use this as, like when we went to go get the food at the Mexican restaurant, somebody would take the little kiddos over to do that because they don't like to wait. But it's kind of a nice filler if you're waiting on one of those paid for fast passes now.
Right.
Or something. It's just kind of a fun thing to do. But I think now we'll get to attractions because but I think the Mark Twain is a must.
I loved the Mark Twain.
Most definitely, yeah.
When I went to Disneyland for the first time, I got to I was one of the kids that got to go up the front and I got to drive it.
Oh, fun.
And
I'm not sure if they do that at Disney World or not. I'm just not, because I don't have, but at Disneyland, they usually pick a child to, I don't know what the word is, pilot the boat, and they get to, and like they do on Jungle Cruise too at Disneyland, where your little kiddo can do that. And did you get a little certificate? Because that happened with me and Jalen.
I did.
Jalen got chosen. He got to drive the riverboat. We got a little certificate and a picture with the cast.
But I had it. Yeah.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
It is. It's just a great, and Rivers of America is just, I think, a really relaxing, cool thing to do. Now, Tom Sawyer's Island at Disneyland also is kind of that nod to Walt. He insisted to the Imagineers that wanted to be involved, no thank you, this is mine. So he designed Tom Sawyer's Island. Now, it has evolved and changed over the times. Now they've incorporated a lot of pirates, which makes me very happy in my heart. But you can see kind of a nod to Davy Crockett. I almost said Cricket. There with the coonskin cap and the I think they call him Chief's Waves a lot.
Which you can also see from the train when it passes by too.
You can. That is
it's like right next to the train. That is
so beautiful.
Tracks. Yeah.
What a beautiful paint horse, and that Indian chief is just
oh my
gorgeous.
Goodness.
Yeah.
They've added so much around there when they added Star Wars Galaxy's Edge that the train ride or the Mark Twain ride really has so much more to see. But definitely, this is an old picture of this, but if you're on the train, I just added it because I love it, at Disneyland, as you go past Frontierland, look to your left because there's a little doghouse that says Indiana. Now, I'm from Indiana, God's country, but that's not what it's about. Do you guys know why it says Indiana?
I have no idea on that one. You, Richard?
Didn't he have a dog, I thought, that was named Indiana?
No, but if you love the Indiana Jones series, in the third one where his dad shows up, the dad says, the dog was named Indiana.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I forget what Indiana Jones' actual first name is, but it's something kind of nerdy. So he took over the dog's name, apparently.
That's right.
But they have kind of a nod to that there. At Disneyland and Frontierland, you don't have one boat. You have
two. Which is so ridiculously cool.
One of them's closed right now. It's not open. I was over there in September, and it's not working yet.
Right. It's not up and running yet, but you can see it. And they'll have it up. I mean, I think Disney Worlders kind of got to give Disneyland a little bit of a break because, like in the news right now, it's like, oh, you can't get a dining reservation. Annual pass holders can't get in on the weekends. Disneyland is still at a more limited capacity, maybe as Disney World was a year ago, because we remember hearing those things. So just Disneyland's, I think they have done an amazingly quick job of getting things up and running. I mean, because they've only been open since June 1st, right?
Not very long. So, and you're right, Kelly. They're on the same, kind of slow open that Disney World was on, a long time ago. I mean, Disney World's been open for over a year.
Way over a year. So they opened July 15th of last year. So they're getting there. But I definitely think if the Columbia is running, I love to go in the Columbia. Number one, because I love pirates, and there's actually it's like a real ship. Now the Columbia. That's on Tom Sawyer's Island. If you guys haven't gone to the little pirate area, oh my gosh! And can you recognize who that skull is?
Through the layer.
It's Pintel from the Pirates of the Caribbean series. Him and the guy that takes his eye out. So anyway, I don't know. I'm out of sync here, but that's me. That's another wanted poster that you can find in as a gem.
Yeah. But Alameda Slim, that is from what's the name of the movie?
Home on the Range, which
Home
was
on the Range.
Not a great movie, but they do.
See, I think Home on the Range is underrated. There are a lot of good lines in Home on the Range.
I may have to take a relook at it.
Yeah,
I may have had too high of expectations because I think I've seen it once.
Because those the cows who are kind of the are hilarious. I mean, there's some good lines in it. There really are. So I suggest you watch it again. But that's Alameda Slim.
Yes, you get like a whole bunch of points for that one. But let me go back to the Columbia just really quick, and I'm so sorry about my pictures being out of order. I love that you can ride that. I did not know this, but the Columbia was the first American ship to go around the world. Who knew that?
Okay.
I didn't know that until I started doing it.
Walt wanted his parks to be educational, Kelly.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So look, I'm learning. There you go. My mother said you're always learning. It's every day we learn something new. So I learned that today. But it is kind of fun because Dylan was obsessed with pirates, my youngest son, and I don't know where he gets that. But when he was little, he dressed like a pirate every day from the time he was 4 to 5. And it was during that magical time that we went to Disneyland, and he got to ride the Columbia in his full, Jack Sparrow regalia. And it was just like the best thing ever. I know it wasn't a pirate ship originally, but it kind of feels like a pirate. We always call it the pirate ship, even though, it may not. So, and Richards is like, I just don't know what to do with you. Okay, let's talk about Big Thunder Mountain Railroad.
Loved it.
Yes.
I love Big Thunder Mountain. Yes.
Wow. Great story behind Big Thunder Mountain as well. With it's
share it.
Big Thunder Mountain. If I remember correctly, and I can't think of the names, guys. Because this is one that I read a long time ago and saw. Josh from Triple P has a series on his channel on the SEA, the Society for Explorers and Adventurers. The fantastic series, guys. If y'all haven't seen it, he put so much time into those videos. And the SEA Big Thunder Mountain was owned by one of the members of the SEA. I can't remember his name. I really should have looked this up. But it's a great story, and so many of everything almost. You look at the different attractions in Disneyland and Disney World, and you think, it's a roller coaster, but there's always a story. Walt Disney was, in my mind, first and foremost a storyteller. That's what drove everything else, was the story. Mm-hmm. And so it's not, the Haunted Mansion, there's a story. Pirates of the Caribbean, there's a story. Well, same for Big Thunder. So it's really utterly and completely incredible how everything has a story. Everything in Disneyland has a meaning behind it. It has a sentimentality. It has probably significant meaning to Walt Disney, and that's why it's there. So there are very few things in that you see in Disneyland that don't have a story, which is fantastic. Love it.
Each of the parks that have a Big Thunder ride, their story is a little bit different, which I love that. The ride, and now I will say Big Thunder at Walt Disney World, write this down, people. I don't say it very often, is probably better. Only because it's longer.
Yes.
But I hate to say better, but it is longer. It's a longer ride. But I love the one at Disneyland.
The queue line is great too at Walt Disney World. The queue line is fantastic.
Queue is really, really great. But I mean, don't skip Big Thunder at Disneyland. I love to ride it when the fireworks are going off because it's just awesome to see it from there. It is kind of in the spot where the other attraction that you kind of rode a train through. So there's elements of the mine train, Nature's Wonderland, Disneyland ride is in there, particularly when you at the end of it, you see kind of a miniature little Western Village. That's actually from that Nature's Wonderland ride. But what I love about it, I just love so much about this ride. The goat, that if you stare at the goat, it seems like you're going faster. I love that. And at Disneyland, it's a little bit different because you're going through a like haunted mine shaft, and it actually like blows up. So Disney World, I kept looking for the blowing up at Disney World. At Disneyland, as you go through that mine, you can see the like lines that go to the TNT are sparking and lighting, and then boom, and then you get thrown out of the tunnel. It's just awesome. It's so much fun. So definitely Big Thunder is the big attraction in Frontierland for sure.
Big Thunder, if I remember correctly, is supposed to be the town that you go through in Disneyland is supposed to have no people in it at all. But then if you look above, if I remember correctly, isn't it the saloon? If you look above it, you can see people dancing in the shadow up above having a party in the upstairs.
That's right, because it's haunted.
Yep.
So I love that. I love that.
The very end, the Tinkerbell on the wall on shadow, if you can look for it.
Yes.
At the very end, you have to look up at the wall, and it's usually you look for the wings beforehand because that's the easiest thing to see, and then you'll see the rest of Tinkerbell up there.
I love that. I love that so much. Yep. All those hidden awesome things.
Little gems. Yeah.
And as you exit, which we'll talk about the Mexican food restaurant whenever it comes up in my slideshow. Yeah. But as you take that last corner on Big Thunder, you actually, if you look to the left, you can see the people dining. And it's a pretty cool thing. So that's exactly the corner where you would run into. Look I did it on actual order. Go. Rancho del Zocalo. Right. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I love this place. The food is fantastic. But it really does kind of look like this adobe little, like you would find in Mexico, wonderful restaurant. Yes. It's what's called a buffeteria. So you kind of walk up, and you can see that the food and the fantastic people, and then you order what you want. They have chimichangas, street tacos, regular tacos, taco salads, desserts. So they have like a tres leches cake.
Good stuff.
Oh my gosh, we get the lime tortilla chips.
Oh,
we like buy several bags of them and take them home. They're so flippin' good. They have pico de gallo homemade salsas there, but they also have like your regular, like standard salsas as well. But definitely,
they also have a menu. Also, one menu item. If I remember correctly.
Gosh, they do. It's
the big nachos.
They have the nachos, so they have two things on the secret menu there. These insane nachos that have every kind of meat. Yep. That they offer. Wow. So the carne asada, so the beef, the chicken, and the pork, they will load on these huge, but So secret menu, you can either get it as nachos or a smothered burrito. And I got the smothered burrito.
Man.
Kennedy and I shared it, and it had, you know, like the machaca. It had the pork. It had the chicken. I mean, this thing was huge.
Wow.
And her and I split it, and we still couldn't eat half of it. It was so good. It was smothered in like red enchilada sauce.
Sounds.
And I've eaten at Rancho once. And that was when I first went when I was about 9 years old. We drove down from Washington all the way down to California. Fantastic, but we went there and it was me, my two cousins, my mom, my dad, and my uncle, and we all could not finish that nacho.
Oh my goodness.
Because we ordered it. That was the only thing that we got was that one nacho. It's huge, you know.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's bigger than your face. So
it's usually our go-to spot when we're like plotting out the rest of our day, when we need a little bit of something. And so we'll get some chips and salsa. A lot of times we will eat there, but a lot of times it's just a little bit of a snack. Maybe they have, you know, like desserts, drinks. What I like is it's refillable drinks. So you can go and have unlimited carbonated deliciousness.
Nice.
But it's just great to sit out there. There are like covered places, but there's also places just out in the open. I always, from exiting the cashier, head right and get right nestled up next to where those trains are going to go by for Big Thunder. Because there's nothing like it. You hear the and the scream, you know, and then they come around. And I just love watching the families, and they're all like smiling. And it's just a really great spot. So they do decorate it this time of year for Dia los Muertos. When they have characters, there is a roaming kind of Miguel from Coco that goes around, but they do have all of that Dia los Muertos things. We're eating next because that's what's saying in the slideshow. The River Bell Terrace. That also has fantastic outside dining. It is now table service. They have great breakfast. It's just really fantastic. So I definitely suggest trying that. They usually have a Fantasmic special where you can, you know, dine and see the show when Fantasmic is running. But it is another great people watch spot. Their secret menu, I have to mention, is the tachos. So ask them for this secret menu. It is a ginormous plate of crispy, perfect tater tots covered in like brisket and a little bit of barbecue. And it's just and a cheese sauce. Oh, it's so good. So
it sounds really good.
Yes. We always take a picture by this Native American chief and the one on Main Street. But for pin traders, here's so Disney World has kind of a pin trading station there in Frontierland. So does Disneyland. So for pin traders, it's a must. They even have that little, this is usually where we trade pins out by the thing there. There's just kind of all kinds of little hints to things. If you look up, you can see that window. It says Mineral Hall. That is, again, kind of a nod to that original attraction before Big Thunder. Anything else about Frontierland before we head over to Critter Country? And I'm really proud of us. We only have 10 minutes, so we're going to blast through Critter Country. But Critter Country is really tiny. But so much there.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else in Frontierland.
I think it's great shopping. They have that big mercantile. I always like to go in there, which is kind of like 3 different shops all in one. But yeah, let's head over to Critter Country. What do you guys think of Critter Country? Which is, I went to Disney World and was looking for Critter Country. You know what is in Critter Country are the canoe. I did not know that wasn't Frontierland.
That's Now that's true. Now Critter Country has Splash Mountain. So
let's talk about that. Splash Mountain.
Yeah.
I
This
love
is looking
Splash
from
Mountains.
inside Critter Country towards if you were to walk out to Frontierland. I love this view.
So
I just
beautiful.
love it.
Yeah.
And Splash Mountain, come on now. This is taken at Christmas time. I love that they give it a Christmas
beautiful.
overlay.
Yeah.
But I mean, what can we say? Splash Mountain is just amazing. And yes, we know that it's going to be rethemed, but go enjoy it while you can, because it's just so fun.
It is.
Yeah.
Splash Mountain is the folk tales. Actually, those are folk tales of Brer Rabbit, Brer Bear, Brer Fox. Lots of moral. There was always a moral to the stories of Uncle Remus, and so that that part is just absolutely wonderful. I love the Princess and the Frog. Tiana is one of my favorite princesses, actually. And the music for that movie is fantastic. So, I don't have anything necessarily against the Princess and the Frog, but I love Splash Mountain. I love the story behind it. It's there's more to the story than a lot of people criticize it without knowing what
Song of the South
is about.
Won an Academy Award for the actor who played Uncle Remus, and I've watched it with my children, and they really liked it. They had questions. They still talk about Teachy the dog. I think it's an opportunity to talk to your kids about things, or I think there's a lot, and Uncle Remus is actually a fantastic character. He's a good man who actually saves the boy. So it's a story set in a certain time period.
It's about friendship. Well, actually, I will just say this: there are no slaves in that movie.
No, because it's post-slavery.
It's set during the Reconstruction. So people put out wrong information there. James Baskett, who is the actor who played Uncle Remus, was one of Walt's closest friends. They got to be very close. Walt actually said that James Baskett was the most naturally talented actor that he had ever known, because a large percentage, guys, of his work in this movie was ad-libbed. James Baskett ad-libbed a lot of Song in the South. So so the man was just phenomenal. He was a very close friend of Walt. And when he passed away at a fairly early age, he was taken too soon. Walt made sure that his wife was taken care of. So anyway, just some history there, for behind Song of the South.
No, I love that. I love that. And that's important. Thank you so much, Dawn, for us to realize sometimes it can be portrayed as just this negative thing, but it's actually a lovely movie. I think it's lovely. And I love that you brought the friendship, and I think there are some wonderful things. Now, I do look forward to the Princess and the Frog, something there.
Yeah.
And just while you're listening, Disney, like they're really, I know they're not, but can we change the restaurant in New Orleans Square to the French Market to Tiana's Place, please? All you gotta do is change the sign. So just saying.
That'd be great. This is wonderful. I absolutely love the story. I don't mind them changing, changing this up. I really don't mind them changing the theming, but I don't like that, the way they're doing it is because Song of the South is horrible. Song of the South, it's not. Right. It's not. And do your homework before you criticize.
Exactly.
Hattie McDaniel is also in that movie. And Hattie McDaniel of Gone with the Wind fame. Hattie McDaniel was the first African-American woman to win an Oscar for her role as Mammy.
Hi, Lori Jean. I love that about you. So, can I just say from Kelly Jean, Lori Jean, we need to meet at the Perks.
Just so everyone knows, in Disneyland, the plaque devoted to Uncle Remus will always be there, even when they put
I'm glad to hear that,
Tiana.
Richard.
It's going to be on the right hand side, the very corner of that fence that they have around there. there's going to be it's always a plaque there, and it's always devoted to Uncle Remus for when he did
I love that
Zippity Doo Dah song.
Who doesn't love that song? I mean,
amazing song.
Yeah,
it's an
exactly.
amazing
song. Exactly. So, yes, I agree completely, Tina. And and so does Dave. I think it is a little hyper, but nobody asked me. So I hate to go directly to Pooh's Corner, but and do you guys have just a few more minutes to hang out with me?
I do. I can.
This is one of my favorite Disney shops anywhere in the world. As soon as you get off the Pooh ride, which people that have only been to Walt Disney World, I'm so sorry you haven't actually ridden Pooh.
Nope.
That this store, I mean, that whole area where Pooh is, where the Country Bears were previously,
fantastic. Yeah,
you feel like
the theming is incredible.
100-acre wood. It is.
Yeah, it's great.
So detailed, so grown up.
Yeah,
and all the trees and foliage, and I mean, just look at the fences. This does not look like a theme park commercial building. This looks like you are
in the 100-acre
obviously I'm out of sync here again, but look for the treasure boxes over in Frontierland.
Oh,
the pirate treasure. Yes, I know. Look at me. I am so out of order. Look at this. And I thought I was really doing a good job this morning, but I have ADD. I'm going to blame it on that. Here's another look. See that in the trees, you'll see little beehives. And if you walk by, you can hear the bees buzzing. I love that. Oh, and here I'm back to Tom Sawyer's Island.
Find, what is it? The tiger's tail. The dessert.
Yes. And I think I have a picture at some point in my slideshow. You can get the tiger's tails in there in Pooh Corner.
Yeah.
And I love that you can actually see the cast members, the confectioners making the candy right there in Pooh's Corner. Definitely look for the Poo Stick Bridge. That's kind of how you get from Pooh to Pooh's Corner. So and that is actually kind of a nod to the books. In the books, they play a game called
Poo Sticks.
Poo Sticks. And they drop sticks in like a little creek, and whoever stick makes it to the bridge first is the winner. So now the little stream, I've tried it, doesn't really go that fast. So it's hard to have a race there. But, oh gosh, are my pictures just crazy. Okay, so here we go. This is, okay, can we just talk about this?
Gosh.
Crazy.
Send me hate mail if you want. This is the shop, the Pooh shop at Disneyland.
Yeah, it's incredible.
What? I mean,
incredible.
Look up, look around. Just saying, Walt Disney World, catch up, please.
Yeah,
I mean, the one at Disney World kind of looks like a temporary
I kind of like that they did that, though.
The theming it's not good.
It's in Disneyland. I just hope they don't put it in Disney World, because it's kind of unique to Disneyland in a way, right?
It is. I love it.
I love that.
They have all those fantastic treats you can get. Oh my goodness, now I'm in the ride.
Yes.
Let's go back here and then I'll talk about those. But I mean, so there's all this candy, but there's also a full like merchandise area with stuffies and clothes and all that fantastic things. We like to get the Tigger Tails. We also like to get, they have these fantastic slushy drinks. They're not what you would think of as more like a frozen, with the little bits of ice and the syrup. And if you ask really nicely, they will rainbow layer the drink for you.
Wow.
I'm that person.
Nice.
But it's just, it looks amazing.
Yeah, it's a hidden menu item at this place. And no one knows that there is a hidden menu item, which is the blackberry macaron.
Oh wait, okay.
The Honey Bear.
My mind was just blown. Like, oh, we're going to Honey Bear now. Okay.
Yes.
So, but we're still in. My pictures are just crazy. I love that they do these too.
That case, that bakery case, Oh my gracious!
They make the best candy apples, by the way.
Yes,
they really
no one
do.
can touch them.
Here the cast members are making those Tigger tails, which are kind of on a skewer, and they're marshmallows. They dip them in caramel. They dip them in chocolate. They dip them in white chocolate and then cover. I mean, they're just delicious. They do also redo it at Christmas. If you look up, you'll see the Mr. Sanders sign, which is also a kind of nod to the books. Let's, and I didn't show many pictures of the ride Winnie the Pooh, but oh my goodness, I love riding Winnie the Pooh. It is just, you walk in and it feels like you're in 100 Acre Wood, and it is delightful. It is just so sweet. And then you get to go to Pooh's Corner. But one of my favorite quick service anywhere is Hungry Bear's. It's the snacking place.
All the way.
And you said there's a secret menu.
There is a secret menu at Hungry Bear, but I gotta say they always have seasonal when they pop it up.
Yes, they always
the best seasonal place you can find all year round. Because every part of the year, they have the best food for seasonal. It seems like it's. They
really, really do. They have, I mean, I hate to even say, it's burgers and stuff, but really good burgers. And they have regular French fries. They have what I love, sweet potato fries. And they're just so good. They always have some sort of great desserts. And yes, they always have some sort of whatever season it is or whatever. Disneyland loves their celebrations, whatever they're celebrating, they have something fantastic. What I used to love to get there, so Disney, again, if you're listening, please bring it back. They had a fried green tomato sandwich, and I am a Southern girl at heart. My daddy used to make fried green tomatoes. Oh my goodness, it was amazing. So good. So definitely Hungry Bears. Also, if you get, like, they have a sippy cup, you know how you can get those, and I have one, I should have got it, but it's a jug of moonshine, but it's Country Bears. So it's just like, it's got the Country Bears on the front, and it looks like a jug of moonshine. Oh my goodness, I love that.
And those bears are my people, Kelly.
They're my people too. I'm half hillbilly and proud of it.
We sit by the river, and the view from there is just fantastic. For Hungry Bear.
Here's another
you see the riverboat.
Yes, now there's like a pathway that goes past Country Bear, or I always want to call it Country Bear. It's Hungry Bear to Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So at Disneyland, they have 3 entrances to Batuu, which is pretty cool. And I hope that brings some more love to Critter Country. They're at Hungry Bear. They have a little nod to Splash. I hope that stays. But
it will.
It's a great place. Another one of those places where you can kind of sit, get something fantastic. They have funnel cakes. They have great chicken strips. Those burgers. But you can get something fun to drink. They have some sort of lemonade that has like honey and like some sort of flower on top. I don't remember what the flower is, but I want to say it might be lavender honey lemonade. So, I mean, you're at a theme park and you're getting lavender honey lemonade with real lavender in it. It's crazy. But it's a great place, especially if you're on the second floor, that you can kind of see the Mark Twain go by. If the fireworks are going on, you can see the fireworks. So it's just, I think there's so much to such a little bitty place.
I did want to mention the mini adventures, or the Winnie the Pooh ride. It has and many of the signs for Disneyland for the rides and attractions are made of wood. They're actual wood
carved.
Now, the artist who carved a lot of those, and in particular the one that is at the Winnie the Pooh ride, his name is Ray Kinman, Kinman.
Yes, I think I'm friends with him on Facebook.
Yes, he has, guys, if you want to follow Ray, he is an amazing wood carver, was a wood carver for Disney for years, and did a lot of the signs that you see in Disneyland, has a fantastic Facebook page. So search for Ray Kinman on Facebook and follow his Facebook page.
Hi, Paul.
Ray is trying to, pass along his art to younger carvers. He has workshops and things for people who are interested in learning wood carving. But his Facebook page, he and his wife just returned from a magnificent trip to Europe, and he chronicles all of that on his Facebook page. Anyway, follow Ray Kinman. A magical Disney wood carver. Just a little tip there. I love his stuff. Love his Facebook page.
I'm so glad you mentioned that. I will link that down below after, so that you can, because oh my goodness, he posts these pictures that he does custom orders now, and
yes,
what a dream would that be?
Oh, I'd love to have one.
That is amazing. Amazing. I love that. I did want to go back to the moose heads. That if you're writing Winnie the Pooh, kind of a nod to the Country Bears. And I love the Country Bears. I love Winnie the Pooh. I love where it is. I kind of wish they could have kept both. But if you turn around right after you go through that kind of psychedelic scene with all the heffalumps, the psychedelic heffalump scene, you kind of have to turn really quick and look up, and you will see that they're still there enjoying now Winnie the Pooh.
Now, if you're in the first two rows, it's easier to see. If you're in the back two rows, you have to
it's impossible from the back one. I've had to literally stand up and look over and the cast members, they don't like that. They don't like Winnie the Pooh ride. And if you have just a few more minutes, we'll kind of wrap up. But Winnie the Pooh, I'm gonna cry again. My goodness, Disneyland is my heart. It really is, and
sentimental.
Two of my kiddos were obsessed with Winnie the Pooh. Dylan, when he was little, he was probably 2, and he had these, white blonde hair, big blue eyes, and he just loved the ride. And when we would do that corner after the birthday party scene where you're going to exit, he would get like pouty face and little teary. And I remember one time, all the rest of the family was riding Splash Mountain, but I was staying with Dylan. And the cast members just let us keep going because he would look at them like, are you really going to make me get off? Stay on, just stay on. And
I do have a great memory around Disney World for that one. I remember that we took my cousin his first time, and he was about 9, maybe 8, and we went on to Splash Mountain with him. Well, he sat in the very front and got soaked because the weight in the back.
Yeah.
And right afterwards, he took pictures with Winnie the Pooh because he's along that same corner right there.
Yeah.
And he took pictures with Winnie the Pooh drenched head to
toe
in water.
How cute. Oh my goodness. Yeah. I think I love that. I love that. There's so that's what Walt Disney wanted. I would have cried now again. He wanted us to go enjoy those people we love, go parents and children be able to, and you make memories. That's the most wonderful thing. Yeah. So when you're thinking about a Disney trip, relax a little bit and just enjoy the people you're with and have fun, because it'll never go according to plan. But we're trying to give you some of those great things that you can do. Jalen was obsessed with Pooh too, and I, of course, am obsessed with Pirates. So he was probably 3, and Pirates was kind of scary, So I'd be like, let's go into Pirates, and he'd go, Mimi, no pirates.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
Scary.
How sweet. How sweet. Yeah.
So we would do that. I did want to mention some
Love
great the stands that you can go to in Critter Country. They have that churro stand. That's the only place you can get the s'mores churro. Now, I'm not usually team get a different churro because the originals are so good, right? But that s'mores one is kind of covered in graham cracker dust.
Yeah.
And it gets
Disneyland
you get this
food.
Oh my goodness, you get this marshmallow warm chocolate delicious dippy cup that you can oh my goodness, that one's really good. And over in Frontierland you can get they have the chimney cart, which my kids are obsessed with the Disneyland chimichanga. They're $6 and they're as big as your head. They've got some sort of mystery meat bean thing, but it's deep fried layers of deliciousness. $6. Are you kidding me? So definitely the chimney. Of course, the turkey legs and the popcorn and all that's good stuff. What do you got? I can tell Richard's got something.
I got two things. If you look it up on YouTube, that's the only place I found it, and it's called Everest Goes to Disneyland. It's the grand opening. It's the grand opening of Splash Mountain, and they did it as a live premiere TV, I believe, on ABC. And it's
Rob Fuzz. Just really quick, Rob Fuzz recently showed that on his channel. So go to Rob Fuzz, ROB, capital FUZ, no space, and he just re-showed that on his channel. It's an easy way to find it. Oh my gosh, it's so funny, right? Go ahead, tell us about it, because
it's Everest all the way around. If you've seen any of his movies, he always does the same little gimmick.
He's kind of goofy, kind of country.
We love him.
He's fantastic. Yeah. So Everest. What was his name? I'm so sorry.
Everest. So Mount Everest.
I kept. Yes. Ernest.
Everest goes to Disneyland. Ernest.
Yeah.
Ernest goes to Disneyland.
I kept going
Ernest.
Everest.
Ernest goes to we're going to Mount Everest now.
Yes.
But Ernest goes to Disneyland. It was so funny for that opening of Splash Mountain. Definitely check it out on Rob's channel. And you had something else.
Yeah. Lost my track of mind. My train derailed.
I do that to people. I'm so sorry. Well, I am so proud of the two of you. We got through Frontierland and Critter Country. I love them both. They are definitely always a to-do for me. You know, I love them. I love them so much. So, and now you can get to Galaxy's Edge from there. So it gives another reason to drag your family.
Oh, yeah. I remember what it was. On the trail that you have that goes from that dock that goes along the edge, you cross over a bridge. Now on the bridge, if you take a look to your right, you'll see that no trespassing, and it looks like it's boarded up, and it looks like there's train tracks coming out of the bottom of it. There used to be a train track. There used to be
for the other. Yes, for the I wrote it down because I always say it wrong. The Mine Train Nature's Wonderland.
Yes.
As you're so as you're going, so as you're going over that bridge, look to your left, and it's kind of this random kind of thing. So there's another.
Yeah, looks like a mine train that was, they boarded it up with wood. Yes. And now, if you also look to the opposite side, most people don't know this. The right-hand side, there's a little tiny lake there, and it is a sanctuary for little tiny turtles. Most people do not know that.
Sweet.
I did not know that.
Wow.
I have a video that I will be getting up. It looks like around, I think, May of next year, because I have so many videos that it's all planned.
I'm like, wow, you are very organized. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
But I showed a video of the little tiny turtles just going around in tiny circles, and then they
Oh,
have
how
a little tiny
fun.
rock that they sunbathe on, and you
Yeah.
can see like 15 or 20 turtles that are like yay
Oh.
big, and they're
Oh,
all just
fun.
in that little tiny
Neat.
rock sunbathing in the sun, having the
Neat.
time of your life.
Oh, I love that. All these little bits of magic.
Yes.
The thing
For sure.
that I love so much is, and I think we talked about this last week, is that you think you can know. Like, I'm obsessed with
Oh,
Disneyland in particular. I love Disney World, but you think you can know it all. Like, okay, I know everything. But no,
Yeah.
because you
Right.
are always,
no.
I love that there's always
Each
Yeah.
more to learn. So I know,
each time
so
that
there's
you go
always
there,
something
you
to
learn something
discover.
new.
That's true.
Every
That's
single
true.
time that I go to
That's true.
Disneyland or Disney World,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
cannot figure out what new things I can learn, and then I go there, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, I didn't know that.
Didn't know that.
Wait,
I
what?
exactly. And
So
how is that possible? How is that possible that there is so much history there that people like us who have been going since we were children and who have
Mm-hmm.
loved the park since we were children are still finding out that there's a baby turtle, little
sanctuary.
sanctuary off the
Yes.
bridge. It's fantastic. Thanks for that information. It's
Yeah.
great. It's great.
There won't be no birds or seagulls or ducks in that area because they're not
Right.
allowed in that area.
Oh, how fun.
Oh my goodness.
That's great.
I love
I
that.
didn't know
Like,
it.
no entry for you, duck.
Nope. Nope, but you can
But I
sure
love
as heck
Disney
watch them
ducks.
from the dock, watching from that bridge that goes over it.
Oh
Tell
my
me.
goodness.
So,
Oh my
That's
goodness.
great.
I love that. And
Great
yeah,
too.
Dawn, we
yeah.
talk about that rich history, that there's always something new to learn. Welcome, sweet Kay.
Hey.
So glad to have you here with us. And yes, so thank you two for coming. We're going to be doing
Yeah.
this every Wednesday where we kind of break down a new land, and we're going to just travel through Disneyland and Disney World, and I love
Yep.
this. I
It's
look
fun.
forward to this so
It's really
much.
fun.
So thank you so
That's a
much.
great idea, Kelly.
Yeah.
That's a really great
Love
idea.
it.
Yeah.
Tell me what has been happening on your channel. I know you had a show last night, Dawn. I wanted to go there, but I was doing things with my family, all about the new Genie Plus and the kickoff, and I'm sure that was
Yeah.
fiery. So everybody go watch the replay.
It was fun. It was fun. We tried to cover. I watched, a couple of our great YouTubers go in yesterday. Yesterday was the first day of the launch for Genie and Genie Plus, and we kind
Yeah.
of covered it. We talked about, maybe some more of the specifics of Genie, and there's a lot of confusion. So, we tried
because
to
it just
cover some
kind of that lightning lane and everything just started
Yes.
yesterday, right?
Yes, just
Yeah.
started
Yeah.
yesterday at Walt Disney World.
At
And
Walt Disney,
so,
it hasn't started at Disneyland yet.
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. So it was a fun show. It was a lot of fun. There were a lot of fun comments on it and what have you. But we tried to wade through a little bit of it. We also did when they first announced it, Kelly, we did the show with you and James and several guests and talked about
fun.
about it. That was a fun show. That's a fun show to rewatch. So it's look for that one too, guys, on the channel. But I've got one more of these to do. I'm collecting the Walt Disney World Happy Meal 50th anniversary Happy Meal, and I'm excited about this one. I've got 2 videos up on the channel if you're doing this, and I'm going to put a third one up to update you on my collection. But this is Celebration Mickey, and so I got him a day before yesterday, and so he's going into the next video. And the other thing that I'm doing is something that's my favorite, one of my favorite things. And I've been working on this video for a while because I have so many clips, and that is Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party.
Great.
Yes.
And this is from 2019. This is a brochure from 2019.
Oh,
but
I love that.
I was blessed to get to go for the first time in 2019 to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at Walt Disney World. And I'm putting up complete with the ride of the Headless Horseman, which is one of my favorite things.
Ooh,
That
I love
video
that.
hopefully will go up on Saturday. Also, my husband and I are headed to Galveston for a few days. We'll be there like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So look for some pop-up live streams from Galveston.
Okay.
Then we're headed on to Tennessee, where the Walt Disney Archives are on exhibit at Graceland in Memphis, Tennessee.
I heard about
Talk about like merging two amazing things.
Yes.
I mean, this is like Reese's peanut butter and chocolate. Are you kidding me? Elvis and Walt Disney.
And Walt Disney.
What the heck is happening?
It's going to be there until like January the 2nd. The Walt Disney Archives will be on exhibit at Graceland until like the 2nd. But on Wednesday, they are having a special Haunted Mansion panel event.
What?
So we are going. We have reservations. I booked them even before the exhibit opened. I found it online, and my husband said, just book it. You got to go to that. Just book it. So it's a special Haunted Mansion panel event. It's going to include like a lecture with an Imagineer. I would absolutely die if it's Rolly Crump or somebody, somebody like that. We'll see who it is. It includes a guided tour of the archives and also of Graceland. And so like a private tour, and that happens on Wednesday. So I may have to vlog it, but we're also staying at the guest house, guest house at Graceland. So
wait, what is happening?
Okay, we're staying at the guest houses. The guest house at Graceland is like it's like a hotel that is owned by Graceland, and like the suites are different themes. Like there's a taking care of business suite. There's there's
like a boutique hotel,
baby.
Almost.
It is. It's like an Elvis hotel. Everything is all the furniture is 70s retro.
I love me some Elvis. Are you flipping kidding me right now?
We need to go, Kelly. We need to go for the holidays.
So we know Kelly's next vacation.
So that's what we're doing on Wednesday. You guys,
I want to go see Mar.
Yeah. Yes. Mar in Memphis. So anyway, that's what we're doing. I'm really excited about it, especially that, it's going to be the Haunted Mansion. You're focused on the Haunted Mansion. So looking forward to it.
April. Oh my goodness. April loves Elvis. Mar loves Elvis. Oh my goodness. And I saw Wendy. Wendy, I love you. Thank you for being here. I miss you, girlfriend. We actually have the same exact birthday. Wendy.
Oh, fun.
Definitely check out her Instagram. She bought a 1970s home, and she is kind of going through her process of making it her own. It's just lovely. It is just amazing. So, oh my goodness, yes. Wendy, Dawn, Mar, let's do this. Let's get us some.
That would be fantastic. Now they have go to the website, Kelly, the Graceland website, and they have special private tours of the archives and Graceland. They have special Christmas tours. So, there's really some good stuff there. I think it would be fun to do.
I am dying right now inside. Yeah. This is amazing. Dawn, I'm so happy for you.
I'm excited about it.
Now, we used to do road trips across America all the time when I was little. And I think Elvis may have still lived there. I'm not sure. But my parents would stop and take our picture by the fence. And then we had to get back in the car.
Yes.
And I was like, what? What is happening? Oh my goodness. I am so goosebumpy for you right now.
I'm originally from Tennessee. So this is, we're going home, get to go home. And it's going to be great. I'm really excited about it.
Mara is the resident Elvis expert. Seriously, do you not love Elvis movies? I think they're like the top of cinema right now. I just love them.
Yeah. Let's see.
You know what, Richard? I don't want to ruin it for you, but he gets the girl in the end.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The guest house at Graceland is the name of that
Okay.
more if you look it up. And they have the suites are all Elvis themed, the rooms are Elvis themed.
You
So
had me
the-
at
yeah.
TCB.
Yeah.
We're going to take care of that. I could go lots of places about Hotel Rome where you're taking care of business.
Now we're staying in a deluxe room, but I'm hoping that they might let me do a tour of, say, the taking care of business suite or, something like that, so I can get a review, that kind of thing. So we'll see what we can, but what we can do. But yeah, it's
my goodness,
it's
I can't wait. I can't wait. Now beat that, Richard. What are you doing?
Okay.
Because I got nothing on that.
So what I'm doing is I have not been doing that many lives on my channel, but I've been doing lives on other people's channels a lot. Thank you, thank you, Kelly. It's been helping me a lot. And then I also do
thank you.
10 o'clock. Yes, 10 o'clock on Fridays. I do movie reviews with my partner channel, which is Space Mountain Dave.
Love Dave. Such a nice man. Member of the channel. Love him.
What
are you reviewing this Friday?
And we're still continuing with the behind the attraction shows.
Oh, love that. I've been watching those lately.
I think we're on episode 5 and 6, if I remember correctly, or did we just do 5 and 6?
Well, go to Disney Plus and watch those. Watch their reviews. But wow, I love those behind the attractions. So it's another thing where you think,
very much.
I love this attraction. I know everything about it. Wait a minute, blow my mind. No. We just watched Haunted Mansion and
the Imagineers
Galaxy's Edge
about that, and it's like it blows you out of the water for. Now, if you really want to cry, the one about castles, which I believe is episode 6, watch that one. You will cry because it talks about all the castles around the whole world from Disney World.
That is the next on our list. James and I have been watching those. We always do movie nights with Disney Plus, and we've been doing and the castles is the next one. I can't wait.
The castles.
So, and Dave is here to tell you where you're at. They're going to be reviewing 5 and 6 this Friday on Dave's channel. Okay. So definitely check that out. Hit that notification bell so you know when these things are happening.
And then starting on the 28th all the way up into the 7th, I believe, I'll be at New York. I am in the middle of I'm in the middle of transitioning, and we're going to be trying to buy a place.
Nice.
So I will be really soon moving from Seattle to New York.
Is that the city, New York City?
Yes.
That's exciting.
I will be in Brooklyn, to be exact. So
nice,
we'll be in Brooklyn.
I love it. Can't wait.
We'll be walking around the areas that we'll be trying to live in, getting the scope for the area, eating some nice food. There might be a live stream coming up for New York for that.
I love that. I love that about so many of our channels. Like, it's called YouTube for a reason because each channel is about you. So Dawn is going to do Elvis. Super jealous right now. And you're going to New York City and Brooklyn.
I'm going to New York City.
I love that. So you can get all kinds of things. Your Disney stuff, your just life stuff. I love it.
And then what my sister and me love to do is we like to incorporate different vacations together. So of course, right after New York, we're going down to Disney World.
Of course. We're on the East Coast. We have to go to Disney World. I love that.
Yes. Yeah. And then we're going from there to Disney World. I believe it's for 8 days, if I remember correctly, or 5 days.
Nice.
Anyway, each and every day in the Disney World, we're going to be at a different hotel. This is going to be a new thing for me.
Oh, you're taking hotel hopping to the max. I love it.
Yes, exactly.
That's going to be fun, Richard.
It's going to be fun. And then right after that, we're going onto a Disney cruise for 3 days. Yeah. I'm going
Richard,
on the Disney
you
cruise.
are amazing. So fun.
Yeah.
So fun. So definitely check out these two channels. Thank you so much. I love our Wednesdays together. Thank you everyone in chat. You're all amazing. So good to see new friends, old friends, all our friends. You make my heart happy. So, and sorry I went over today, but there was so much fun stuff to talk about. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a blessed and magical week. We'll see you again Friday. Just really quick brunch. We're going to be talking about our top 5 quick service favorites in Epcot. Mike Lemovich will be here. Anybody else that would like to join in, just let me know and I'll send you the link. Thanks so much. Have a blessed day. Bye. Smile, guys. Bye.